There you are sitting there about to post your prices. For years now, you've only charged 10 bucks for your 11 by 17 print. Now you're realizing that same $10 is not going as far as it used to go. You're barely making table fees. Heck, you're not even making enough to fill your gas tank. So you start to evaluate your prices. Then the anxiety happens, right? Will anyone still buy my stuff? Will they think I'm being greedy? Will my fan base start to dwindle? I get it and I've lived it myself. That guilt is very real and valid. But if you want to win as an artist, you're going to have to let that go before you end up giving up on your dreams entirely. Today, we're going to talk about this guilt and we're going to give you ways to leave it behind. Hey friends, it's Frey Official, 20 years plus creator and still building, here to talk to you raw and openly about the struggles of being an artist that nobody touches. All of this to help you pursue your artistic dreams. Now let's dive in. As indie creators, we've been conditioned to undervalue ourselves. We cling to the money is the root of all evil narrative. Somehow we believe if you're an artist and you're actually making money, some way you had to sell yourself out or you're less passionate about it. We hold on to this artist just about the passion badge of honor like it's some wonderful thing. Doesn't that sound a little self-righteous of you though? Think about it. There's millions and millions of people out there who make tons of money and do what they love, do what they're passionate about. Doctors, police officers, teachers, veterinarians, you think they don't love what they're doing? The whole starving artist attitude is killing you. Okay, there's no virtue, and I repeat, there's no virtue in being broke. You're just feeding the stereotype that we are just overindulging in our hobbies, and it cannot be a realistic thing for you to pursue as a career. Then once you start getting over your money perception, right, you start going, what about the fans? They remember getting that $10 11 by 17 print. They remember that $20 full color commission. We try so hard to hold on to everyone that just takes a glance at our work. But you need to think about it this way. Your true fans will understand you need to build a living. They'll support you anyway. Maybe they skip out on a $30 large print, but they're going to grab multiple $3 stickers from you or a smaller print that's closer to that $10. A real fan will find a way to support you. There's this one person that I know that's from Delaware, and she is just absolutely amazing. She discovered me through my series LIKE, which you can go to www.freyofficial.com and purchase yourself. But she discovered me through that, even though I haven't had a volume for the past 3 years or so. Even when I raised prices on my stuff, she still would come to my table all the time and purchase things, even if it wasn't related to LIKE. Those people are the ones you want to please the most, the ones that are really just down for you. If someone ghosts you after a price change, they weren't loyal to you. They didn't like you. They liked your cheapness. They liked your low prices. It wasn't you. It was the low price of getting something. They don't see your value, and that's okay. Let them go. Others will come. And there's people out there that will spend the money happily. I really want to drive this point because some people will be like, but my fans, and I have so many online, it's free. Anything is free, of course. Of course they can support you. Of course. It takes no money to click a button. But your true fans that you want to cater to and want to treat with the utmost respect and love and appreciate, those are the ones that are going to support your lifestyle. What I really want you to take away from that statement is you are valuable. Your art is valuable. Don't let people guilt you into feeling like because you need to sustain your life or you feel like your art is worth more, that they can guilt you into, I'm not going to be your fan anymore, because they weren't really your fan in the first place. Your true fans will understand your price changes. And they're not just paying for a print, okay? We all know that printing out something doesn't cost that much money anymore. They're paying for your time, the years you took to build up your skill, the concept of the piece in general. They're paying for more than just a piece of paper with your art on it. It really kills me that people will go to their 9 to 5 and work 8 hours for a complete stranger for their goals and to support their life, but you will hesitate to charge more for the 8 hours that you put in on something that you really value and love. Does that make sense to you? But you get stuck in your head with all this guilt. And if you actually zoom out into reality, just think expenses are real, materials skyrocketing, time spent creating the work instead of clocking into a job, ordering prints, table fees for these conventions, website hosting, travel, ads, food, hotel, hitting the road with gas. The biggest one, your own damn bills. When you face these facets, raising prices stops feeling like greed to you and more of just a sane choice. So how do we start pushing through this guilt? Here are some things that help me. Do the math straight out cold. Think about your cost of living. Think about how much you have to pay in materials. Think about the hotel. Think about the table costs, all that stuff. Really list all that out and think about how much you're actually putting into chasing your dreams. Once you see that overhead, you're going to be more inclined to be like, I got to find ways to make more money at these tables. Number 2, start small, raise it maybe $5 or so. What you don't want to do is raise it during the same convention. So you can't have $10 on Friday and then Saturday raise it to 15. Okay, that's not gonna work. People are not gonna understand that. But if you come in the convention and it's already 15 off the jump, people will be fine with that. You don't have to explain yourself as to why the price all of a sudden changed. You can just have it. People aren't going to really ask you about it. 3, stop apologizing and focus on the value that you're bringing, okay? You're worthy, okay? You're worthy. Start thinking, I put X amount of hours into this. It took me this long to get to this skill level. I deserve this. And number 4, remember, undervaluing yourself affects everybody, not just you. Cheap prices undercut the significance of every artist's individual voice. Buyers start expecting that artwork is supposed to be cheap and they undervalue everybody else. It can be cheap, but you don't want it to be cheapened. That's why you'll get people that are cocky and be like,
Oh, your prices are too much. I got this commission for $10. Why can't you give me 10?
Because people are undervaluing themselves. So I know it's not going to be an overnight thing for you. You're going to stop just feeling guilty. You're going to wake up and be like, oh, I don't feel guilty anymore about this. Let's go ahead and just shoot the prices up. But I guarantee every year that you reevaluate your prices and you just bump them up just slightly, it'll become more and more easy for you. You deserve to build a life off of your artwork, not just scrape by. So thank you for watching, my friends. If this has hit home, please like, subscribe, and share this with another artist that may need this message. And if you want to support the channel and get yourself some artwork or original mangas, original board games, go to frayofficial.com and check out the store. Until next time, please, and I say please, keep creating and keep valuing yourself.